Let's play a little game we'd like to call Have You Met Ted? After the show ended. And what is going on with his best friends from the show? Who is trading his acting career for playing in a guitar duo? Who has written a kids' bestseller series? Who is launching a debut song album?
Yeah, is this gonna take a while?
Let's find out right now. And before we start, we share new exciting celebrity videos every weekday. So be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Josh Radnor as Ted Mosby, the man who is ready to perform a rain dance all day long just to be able to take a girl on a date. The man who is so deeply in love that he lets his closest friend marry his beloved. The man who invented the Mosby method, which scares the hell out of girls by saying "I love you" on the first date.
I think I like your nose.
I think I'm in love with you.
What? Who doesn't love this hopelessly romantic architect? However, since How I Met Your Mother ended, Radnor has been largely missing from the Hollywood scene. The day after the How I Met Your Mother finale aired, Radnor tweeted a note of gratitude to the show's fans. The first person to reply to his tweet wrote, "You'll always be Ted to us." At first it was sweet, but soon Josh realized it would become a real problem for him. Ted Mosby did not stay in the show. This character continued to stalk the actor for years. Hence, Josh did his best to come up with roles and ideas that could help to fade the character out of his life. He played a morphine-addicted doctor in the Civil War drama Mercy Street, and a starring role in Richard Greenberg's The Babylon Line, which ran for nearly 3 months at the Lincoln Center. He also tried to return to network TV for the first time in 4 years to star in Rise, a new high school set drama by Friday Night Lights creator Jason Segel. But NBC canceled the show after 1 season. These days, Josh Radnor spends more time at home and plays intimate pub gigs with guitar in hand. The actor has embarked on a surprising new career, joining up with Australian singer Ben Lee to create their own folk act, Radnor and Lee. Actually, the two were friends for about a decade before they started writing songs together. Surprisingly, Radnor only began learning how to play the guitar a year ago, after the pair had already begun to make waves on the indie music scene. "I'm learning how to play guitar by playing in front of audiences. If you freak yourself out enough, you learn pretty quickly," he laughs. Josh finds learning guitar at 43 as something really inspiring, and as he says, "It makes me feel like you can do anything at any time. You just have to do it." Recently, shocking news was revealed. Josh will appear on Grey's Anatomy, and what is more surprising, he will play the role of none other than a new boyfriend for Meredith. It is still unknown for how long he's going to stay in Grey's family, but we hope the romance between these two hotties will be mind-blowing. Jason Segel as Marshall Eriksen. This guy wrote the weirdest, sweetest, and most spontaneous songs ever. The Big Marshmallow will always remain in our hearts, making us believe that there is a chance for as strong and pure a love as he felt for his chosen lily pad. Surprisingly, Jason Segel never even watched the show ending. He commented that, "I'm aware of what happened, but there is something for me about leaving that show with an ellipsis. I like that in my own mind, it's still alive." Along with a pretty successful career on the big screen right after the show ended, Jason has also co-written 5 books, the best-selling kids series Nightmares and young adult novel Otherworld. When did he catch the writing bug, you might ask? Well, the idea started as a screenplay, but he later adapted it into prose. When Jason was 21, he sold his first script to a movie studio, but it didn't get made. And since he was a huge reader as a kid, he thought it would be fun to try to turn it into a kid's book, a story about learning that we can accomplish anything, as long as we are brave enough to try. Over time, Jason turned to much more sophisticated projects than before. For instance, his role as author David Foster Wallace in the 2015 film The End of the Tour garnered tremendous critical acclaim. Segel felt tired of LA life and recently said goodbye to the Hollywood lifestyle and moved to a small town with a much smaller pool of paparazzi to catch him. The actor says, "I need to find a model that's sustainable, where I'm not constantly feeling like I have to arrive or I'm in a state of waiting for this thing to happen." He continues to hold out for more serious material that moves him, like what he did in The End of the Tour and his 2017 existential flick The Discovery. While it sounds great, it still means we're seeing a lot less of him on screen. Perhaps the How I Met Your Mother team will get him back on the screens with a reunion project? For all we know, Jason might be glad to participate. As he recently commented, "I'd be around for whatever those guys wanted to do. It changed my life." Cobie Smulders as Robin Scherbatsky. Our Canadian superstar Robin Sparkle is the only one who still sparkles on the big screen.
Let's go to the mall today.
Along with portraying Agent Maria Hill in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Smulders stars in the Netflix series Friends from College. And this fall, she is premiering a comedy called All Right Now, which follows Smulders as a rock musician who drunkenly enrolls in college after she breaks up with her boyfriend and her band falls apart. Moreover, Cobie welcomed her second child soon after How I Met Your Mother was over. Today, she and her husband actor Taran Killam are raising their children and enjoying very active acting careers at the same time. And that is enough for the star, as she is also engaged in charitable endeavors with Oceana, an international ocean conservation organization. Neil Patrick Harris as Barney Stinson. Is there anyone who was not surprised back when the most famous on-screen womanizer turned out to be gay? And who was not overwhelmed with pictures of beautiful wedding that Neil and his fiancée David Burtka had? This sweet couple with its adorable twins, Gideon and Harper, has always seemed pretty much perfect, with The Advocate once dubbing them the Paul Newman and Joanne Woodward of the gay world. Along with a happily married life and learning how to be a father, Emmy nominee and Tony winner Neil Patrick Harris now has a new accomplish to add to his long list: children's author. His new book, The Magic Misfits, is about a group of kids in a small town drawn together by their love of tricks and illusions. Well, there is no surprise, as fans know how obsessed Neil is with magic tricks.
Thank you!
We bet his kids love those exciting tricks, although his current acting career could easily be the stuff of nightmares for his twins, as he played the hook-nosed, hygiene-challenged, villainous Count Olaf in a series of unfortunate events, who wickedly places orphans in harm's way while chasing after their inheritance. Nevertheless, the modern daddy sees no problem in letting his kids watch his work. Of course, it's probably not the perfect content because it's pretty dark. A lot of slapping children and smoking cigarettes and trying to murder 14-year-olds, Neil says, but he adds that, "I don't know that there's a conversation to have at the dinner table, but for us it's a little different." It seems that the kids are already used to daddy's lifestyle and ready to get along with it. Alyson Hannigan as Lily Aldrin. This cute little redhead could be a real tease. Whether she was taking control of someone's relationship or having crazy lily eyes when she got annoyed, we know one thing for sure: she is awesome. After How I Met Your Mother went off the air in 2014, Alyson Hannigan seemed to drop off the radar. Now, fans are more likely to see her in a fashion magazine or doing a random blog interview than they are to see her on the silver screen. What happened? Hannigan has changed her style a lot. Perhaps fans still remember her as something of a sex symbol during her initial rise to fame. Though since she became a mother, her attitude and appearance has changed dramatically. Together with her husband actor Alexis Denisov, whom we remember from Buffy, they are raising two wonderful daughters. Both of them were welcomed during the How I Met Your Mother series. Producers did all they could to hide the pregnancy, but fans surely noticed what was going on. When the show ended, Alyson revealed that it was just pure, lovely fun. She even broke down in tears on The View when asked what she'll miss about working with Jason Segel, so there is no question about her devotion towards the show. In 2016, she took over from Jonathan Ross as the host of the magic competition show Penn and Teller Fool Us, which involves aspiring magicians trying to fool veteran magicians Penn and Teller. The show has since been renewed, and Hannigan's continued success in this role may signal that her career is shifting into similar kinds of non-scripted evening entertainment. Maybe she'll stay there and eventually start a show of her own. Cristin Milioti as Tracy McConnell. For years, we've been spotting that yellow umbrella trying to see who is underneath. Surprisingly, the character of Tracy McConnell was so sweet that fans accepted her into HIMYM family pretty fast. It was a shock, though, how producers decided to cut off her character in such a messy and quick way. Cristin Milioti has said that this show was the best time for her and that she was not ready to let it go. Little did she know that the day would come when she would get the role she had been searching for so long. It was an episode USS Callister of the famous dark drama Black Mirror. They asked me to tape myself reading one scene that was 2 pages long. Milioti told ET about her audition, where she didn't fully know what the episode was about. She was overjoyed. "I couldn't believe it when I read it. I had no idea when I read those couple of pages what that character goes through." Together with that, she co-starred on the second season of FX's Fargo as Betsy Salverson, the cancer-stricken wife, which was a totally different character type. Cristin has taken on a wider variety of roles and disciplines than many actors do in decades. "Variety definitely attracts me. I try to do things that are as different as possible," Milioti says. She is also fond of singing and is currently recording her first album. And this is only the beginning. Check out these other great stories from OSSA and subscribe for new videos about your favorite stars.